So I've seen a handful of videos of Ariana Grande in the studio, and every time I watch a video, I'm even more impressed about her involvement in the production. And today we have the outro positions. She's recording the vocals. And I'm really, first of all, as a musician myself, I'm intrigued with watching other musicians as they record and in the recording process, kind of seeing their creativity. It's like a first-hand experience and masterclass in creativity, watching their creativity flow. And it's also just inspiration. It makes watching others create makes me want to create. I don't know if if you ever seen like an inspirational movie with like the guys like a crazy fit boxer and like the next I leave the movie and be like, I just want to run 10 miles kind of. That's at least my personality. But I don't know if you ever felt that, but I love watching other artists in the studio. So today we got the positions, the outro positions. Let's see what we got. Her voice is crazy.
Let me do that again.
Nice. Absolutely.
So a couple things I want to comment on. One of the things I've always been curious about is for vocalists like Ariana that are like so incredibly talented, like I always wonder what their studio process looks like, because like, are they extremely hard on themselves because they have the vocal ability, or is it like, okay, let's do 2 takes because their voice is so good? And I've always been curious about that. Secondly, seeing these behind the scenes, I've watched a couple of them so far. They always impress me with the level to detail. Like when you hear the whole production of the song, there's so much that goes unnoticed, but there's so many layers in this song that actually make it so great. And what I mean by that is like, it's almost like a cake. You have a cake and you don't realize all the different ingredients that actually make the cake. You just taste the final product, and here with the song, you just hear the final product. But with Ariana, like you've seen these processes of all these harmonies and ad-libs and layers, and you don't hear them all because they're all blended together into the final product of the cake. But when you see the process, it's like, man, she's putting some serious work into this.
Yeah. One more. Yeah, let me do a little harmony on the.
Everything's like so perfectly pitched too.
One more.
It's crazy, man.
One more, please.
Nice.
One more note.
You got it.
It's crazy. You hear as we're going along, it's stacking, becoming more and more full.
Yeah, and let me connect. Actually, let me hear that back. Maybe it's too much.
That's crazy.
A little louder, so that when the little background's coming
It's
after.
literally so. What's crazy about this? Okay, so I'm a singer, but I'm also a guitar player, and the reason I bring that up is because when I have my guitar, I'm significantly more confident in my guitar playing ability than my singing ability. And the reason I say that is because, for example, like if I were showing somebody a riff, like I could very easily on my guitar be like, oh, these notes, da-da, da-da, or da-da, I just play the notes. She's playing her notes in her voice, like, oh, instead of when we do this section, da-da, we do da-da, like all these, like she's just hitting, like throwing these notes out like it's nothing, and it's crazy, man.
It's not as loud.
Got it.
Incredibly talented voice.
It should feel equal volume, presence, but one just has 12 more notes.
Yeah.
You know? Let me do that again. Yeah, just keep it, yeah.
It's like she's literally creating a guitar solo with her voice. Like all these, it's insane. She's like, it's what the technical word is arranging. She's doing a vocal arranging, which is arranging all these harmonies and layers. But it's just so crazy.
I'll come out. I need to stop.
So that, I'm sorry, I gotta pause again. That process right there is like when you're in the zone when you're in the recording in the studio, you're like, Okay, there comes a point where like just layer, 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 and all these things sound so good, but sometimes it's just too much. And actually, I wouldn't be surprised if later on in the process she's like, let's pull some of these out, because like I've done it with guitar, like you just keep, or harmonies, you know, but like especially guitar, like, oh, let's try this riff, and you just throw and spitball on ideas, and then if it's, I like to be, when you're in the creative zone, just throw it all on the page, and then you can actually take the mute button or the eraser later and be like, no, let's actually take this one out and this one out and this one out. These are the best ones. But at least you had all the ideas out there, and had you not done that, you might have missed an idea. Really cool, man. Again, I love watching artists in the studio. I think that there's nothing like it. There's so much that you can learn and just so much inspiration in it. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and if there's any other videos or artists you want me to check out in the studio.